Okay, I'm jumping into F1 2013. It's a free weekend for this game, so I avoided this when it came out due to owning the previous F1 games and just finding them a bit wonky in the physics department. I think they're really good arcade games for people that are interested in F1 and not that interested in physics and driving and just want something you can jump into. I've done the driver training school to see what it was like. It was a bit bland, but it was really nice for people that are new to driving games and want to understand the basics of how you're supposed to drive a car. So it's a really nice introduction. And I think Codemasters have done a good job with this game in terms of introducing people to how you're supposed to handle an F1 car and stuff that's not immediately intuitive unless you know how cars handle or have happened to have wasted your life playing driving simulators. Unfortunately, the cockpit view, which you can go to it, but you can't adjust much of it. It wobbles all over the place, which in okay. The cockpit wobbles around all over the place, the camera, in response to G-force and stuff, which is a nice visual effect and be good when you're playing with a joystick. If you're trying to like judge what's going on with the car, it makes it a bit awkward to feel what's going on. Let's just go. Oh, go to track, right. It's got this really nice animation at the start where you climb into the car, which makes the car feel more tangible. It makes you feel like you're actually getting into a vehicle, which is really cool. Nice little touch. And I think that's one of the things that Codemasters have done really well with this game. It's just like lots of nice little touches and visual polish. It's got all the real world commentators, all the real world drivers down it. It's all licensed. It's an F1 licensed game. I'm going to drive from this view even though I hate it. But makes it, there's less camera movement and the car appears to feel more responsive from this view due to that fact. Graphics are really nice as well. It runs really well. I'm using an i5, Core i5, T500K, GeForce 760, and the brakes don't work. I have noticed that already after just doing a warm-up. Is that the steering lock seems really bizarre and the brakes are really unresponsive. I think I just have to slam it on and drive as if it was a car with like ABS. Also, the AI is obviously slow through corners and when it's bunched together, but that's always the case with most games. I think if you were a casual gamer playing this with a joystick, well, like an Xbox controller, playing it on a console, it seems like a really nice driving game, and it kind of gets you into the F1 spirit. Track's really nicely modelled, lighting's really nice, reflection's really nice, birds there. The sky texture's really nice, really good. Crowds look a little bit static, they don't look as nice as the Project Cars crowds. Of course, that's the biggest selling point of Project Cars is the crowds. The physics in this are Codemasters car physics. I mean, it has a similar feel to if you've played like Grid. It's kind of like that, but then obviously made faster and slightly more twitchy. But it just has that underlying Cody's physics feel to it. That was really bad of me. There's no real feel for the subtleties of the car under braking and the weight of the car. It does have the wheel does give a feel for self-aligning torque, and the force feedback conveys bumps and all that stuff quite nicely. The braking just feels totally off, and the car physics they're clearly not that deep. So after doing a couple of laps in single player, I pretty much had enough of that. There is a lot there for people that want to do a whole single player campaign. It does have quite a fleshed out single player with the ability to also do a co-op mode. But I decided to just jump into multiplayer and just see how that went. Okay, already that's somewhat annoying, having people spam sound whilst you're trying to race. Well, we're at Spa. This should be interesting. Oh, automatically switched there. And yeah, the game seems to suffer from chronic latency issues as people go flying all over the place. Everyone's warping and moving everywhere. How is this playable? That's a nice little effect. They seem to ghost when they lag out. Oh, and I hit someone that didn't exist. I mean, this is terrible. This is worse than having to find a random simulator server that only has a couple of people online, as the car chronically understeers for no apparent reason. I guess you could always create a private lobby if you wanted to only race with friends, so that's an option.
Río revuelto, ganancia de Joaquín. Efectivamente.
It looks like the laggers have either crashed or disappeared. Yeah, it's really unfortunate the netcode just seems pretty terrible. If you were playing against good people and racing close, this just wouldn't be good enough. Of course, these people might just have joined with really bad pings. That's not the breaking point there. I haven't been crashed off yet though. Which is a surprise. I'll let him through. He's trying to crash me, so this is basically it, really. Let's get him go past. There we go. Oh, it's only a 3-lap race as well. Oh, that's going to get you. That's going to train you up. Oh, he has a time penalty, presumably for ramming me repeatedly. Well, it did. Oh, what is he doing? It did counter steer a bit when I put on the throttle there, which was nice. Having other people's audio spam at you is really off-putting, and I can't believe that's not off by default. Why would you want to listen to someone's game whilst you play? There probably is a mute button, but. Guten Tag. Oh, I've got to be careful. The guy drove off the track and then drove into me. Okay, well, I'm pretty glad that I didn't buy this. The physics seem pretty abysmal if you wanted something marginally realistic. The force feedback's alright, I guess, and for an arcade game it's alright. The online, I mean, this is my experience of playing previous console races online, is most people just want to crash and don't really know what they're doing. Is this it? I've got one more lap. The wheel has weird automatic movements on it. Sounds alright actually, graphics really nice. Performance runs really nicely. Netcode, disaster, but that's probably because of people's high pings. I don't think it'd be that bad with people that are playing with all right pings, and obviously it's a free weekend, so there's going to be a lot of newbie players. Need to check if it's got a system for matchmaking based on rank, which would be nice. If it does have that, then that makes up for people driving awful, because presumably you won't get put with people that are so bad. I just hear this other guy's car engine in my ear. It's like having a mosquito stuck inside my head. And the cars just don't bite corners. The aero doesn't seem to work as you'd expect it to. At speed, the cars don't bite the corners at all. Braking, you can't tell if you're hitting the brake points or not, or feel what the car's doing under braking. I really would not want to spend much time in this game with the wheel. Oh, that's it. Race over.
Mira.
I mean, it just can't. I can't have any trust in the car in that slow corners. Well, that was exciting. Yeah, I'm ending that. That was just depressing. So, well, that's F1 2013. Personally, I'm glad I didn't buy it. I mean, if you wanted, if you're playing with a gamepad and you were just sat on a sofa and you just wanted to like poodle through the F1 season, and you like the F1 cars, you like the name and the branding and all that business, then yeah, I guess this game would interest you. It's nicely packaged, really good job on the graphics. It's a general F1 experience, so for that, yeah, it's great. But if you wanted anything marginally realistic, or you're used to Assetto Corsa, iRacing, R-Factor 2, R-Factor 1, Grand Prix Legends, and any PC simulator from the last 10 years, then this is just not good enough physics, really. It'll drive you mental. So thanks for watching this. I guess Codemasters won't send me a version of 2014 to review, but yeah, F1 2013. Great.